All right, we got Roadrunner in the building, man. Roadrunner, what's going on?
What's going on, man? Just here. What's going on, Tom?
Man, it's good to see you back, man. It's good to see you back. So, you kind of want to go over like a whole picture of what you're about and give the people that might not know you an introduction to you. So you grew up. Where did you grow up again?
I grew up. I moved here when I was like in grade 4, right? So most of my life was back home. I grew up in Pakistan. I grew up in a little town. It's called Gujarat, and I'm from like the village. I'm not from the city, so I come from like the slums. You know what I mean? So I came here in grade 4, and yeah, that's that. So I had like a little bit of both. I had half my life there. I had half my life here, but there's certain things I remember from there, but I don't remember too much. You know what I mean? Because in grade 4, grade 3, your life didn't really start yet. You start really experiencing life at an older age. You get me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Dope. But at least you can kind of remember the general vibe of what it was there.
Well,
It was
100%.
kind of
I
like the
remember. I
slums.
go back all the time, right? I'm there every
Okay,
other
true.
year. Yeah, I'm there every other year. Like I try going back as much as I can. I try keeping in touch with my people. My relatives are still there. I don't have my relatives here, right? So I'm there. My grandma used to be there, so I'd be there all the time. You know what I mean? Like every other year, I'm there. So I keep in touch with my people. I'm always in touch over the phone and shit. You know what I mean? We still have like houses back home and shit. So we always gotta keep in touch with our roots and shit. You know what I mean?
True. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope then. That's
Mhm.
dope. So you got kind of that connection still. Uh what were you, I guess you were kind of young to, so I was gonna ask what music you listened to out there, but you were kind of young. And you came to Canada when you were 4. Do you remember like what coming to Canada was like at first, like actually moving here?
Honestly, bro, it was crazy. Like, you go from literally like no buildings, mud houses, like you literally go from like it's like being in the slums, and then boom, all of a sudden, boom, you're on the Gardner, you're driving, you see the CN Tower, you see like, fam, like I never even saw girls, or like I come here, I see girls, or like you don't see girls there like with like shorts on and shit like that. Like I come here, I'm looking around, I'm like, what the fuck's going on here? And I mean, like, you feel me? So it was a huge change still, but I adjusted pretty quick because the community I moved to was a very multicultural. Like it was a lot of brown people, a lot of like minorities. You know what I mean? So it was easy for me to fit in because I never. It's not like I came and I moved to like Richmond Hill where like it's only like a lot of white people. I moved where like I'm seeing a lot of my own people, you know what I mean? So it was easy for me to fit in because my first couple of years I wasn't even speaking English like that. I was cracking to my
True.
guys in like Urdu and shit like that, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
mhm.
Damn. So then it actually took you a little bit to learn English. So it seems like that was kind of a culture shock though, like at first anyway, like
It's crazy, bro.
just seeing everything. And you were the first of your family, right? Like you're the people that came with you. That's the first of your family
Yeah,
to
it's
come
crazy.
here.
Honestly, my dad was here, but he was just trying to get us to come here, right? Like
Yeah.
he was here before us, but like so I didn't really get to see him because he was here trying to get us here, right? So I didn't really get to see him like that. You know what I mean? So he was here for like about 7 years, and then boom, he called us, and we came here too. You know?
Was it around kind of like East York ends kind of that you
Yeah,
moved
East
to?
York, Don Mills and Overly, East York, like
Okay.
around Pape and shit. Like a little past Pape. I don't know my I don't know my directions like that. So
Yeah.
East York. We're gonna
Greek
keep it at
food and
East York.
shit. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are some of the, I think I already asked this in the IG live interview we did a while ago, but what are some of the best parts you remember, I guess, once you moved to East York, established yourself there? What's some of the best parts growing up there? In the East?
Honestly, like when we were kids, it wasn't like this. Like all the kids now have like, bro, they're all on Instagram and shit all day and shit. Like, bro, like 11-year-old kids have burner accounts talking shit. You know what I mean? Like it's weird, bro. Like I never grew up like that. I grew up like I'm outside all day. I never had a phone, bro. My dukes didn't even let me buy a phone until I was like even if I had money, I wasn't allowed to like physically have a phone. You know what I mean? Like my I wasn't allowed to like if my dad found my phone, he'd just kick my ass. You know what I mean? So
True. Yeah.
so me growing up, it was like it was nice because honestly back then I thought it was tough, but the older I get, I'm like, you know what? I actually had it pretty good because I wouldn't want to be like these kids growing up now. Bro, it's crazy, bro. Like, you see these kids are like 10, 9, like, they know, like, they're doing too much, you know, like, they're growing up way too fast. They're missing out on real life experiences, you know what I mean? Like, when I was that age, I was going on field trips, like, I'm going to Sheldon, I'm doing, like, real life shit, you know, like, these kids are just fucked. Like, they're at home, they're on burner accounts just talking shit, you know? It's weird,
Yeah.
bro. Like, it's getting, I had Messenger, I had MSN, like, that's the most I had. Like, I'd come home and I'd just go on my MSN and shit, and I was occupied for most of the day because I'd go to school. Okay, I'd go to school and then I'd come back, then I'd go to mosque. So it was like I'd be at school till like 4, like after school I'd just be with my friends till like 4, and then boom, like 4:15 mosque is starting, or 4:30. I forget exactly which time now. And then boom, I'm at mosque till like 7. So like if you really think about it, I have like 2-3 hours to myself every day. You know what I mean?
True.
So I have 2-3 hours to myself, but I was really occupied. You know, I was like either at school or either in the mosque, you know, or with my friends or some shit like that, just doing dumb shit. Back then we didn't need a motive. Like now, like it's like, oh, it's boring. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing to do. But back then, fam, like we just link up and just do the most retarded things. Like, and just, it was, sorry for the foul language, but we just do like dumb shit, you know, and it would be fun. Like, bro, we just go looking for haunted houses and shit, like, you know what I mean?
True,
Like just,
yeah.
just weird things like that, you know, and it was fun. I had a good time, you know?
So that's, I guess, part of your good memories there. What are some of the bad memories growing up there? Contrast that.
Honestly, bad memories, like, the older I got, the more problems I got into, right? Because, like, it's like any other hood, you know? Like, you're growing up in the hood, like, you're gonna, like, you get profiled, you're grown up, boom, like, the police, it's just the problems are inherited, you know what I mean? Like, the older guys had it first, boom, then it goes on to you. Like, if you're from there, you're gonna be labeled as one of those guys. So growing up was kind of hard because we were already getting harassed from police at, like, the age of 16, like, I'm telling you, for, like, weed and shit, like a gram and shit, like, back then, like, boom, like, they'll take you in for like a half quarter of weed, like you're getting arrested, you know what I mean? Like you're spending a night, you're spending 2 nights for a half quarter of weed. Now that you think about it, bro, I don't think any kid should be getting arrested for weed. I don't think any kid should have a criminal record for weed. I don't think any kid should be spending time in jail for weed, because they say, alright, weed is a gateway drug, right? Then you charging someone for weed is a gateway to them being a fucking criminal too, because now they're in the system, you know what I mean? Like a lot of kids, they got charged at 16, their prints were already taken, like they're already in the system and shit, you know? And it just goes on from there, you know what I mean?
That's so true, man.
Yeah, so
it is like a gateway. Yeah.
Yeah, like these guys should have known if they're gonna make it legal down, like years down the road, like why were you harassing? I know people that got like fucking I'm telling you, like dogs running after them and like fucking trying to bite them over like a little bit of weed. I'm telling you.
Just some weed.
Like it was weird.
It's such a harmless thing, right? It's like it's such a disconnect from
the
level of punishment to.
Honestly, it's like disgrace. Now that I think about it, it's like, bro, a lot of kids' lives were ruined, bro, because of certain laws that were in place at the time and are not right now. You know what I mean? Like people couldn't, like, there's a lot of kids probably out there who still can't get jobs, bro, because they have criminal records. You know what I mean? Like it's weird. But it is what it is, you know? It goes on, it's not like it only goes on here, it goes on around, this type of shit goes on around the world. You know what I mean? Like, it happens in a lot of places. Like, I bet you the US people have it harder. They're still getting penalized for a little bit of weed. They're still getting penalized. Like, I know people, I don't know people personally, but I know there's people out in the States that are doing a lot of time for a little bit of drugs or a little bit of weed. Or like, I watch documentaries, right? So I see this shit, you feel me? Like, it's weird, you know? Like, people shouldn't get penalized for little things like that, you know what I mean? Like, it's not right.
Yeah.
As human beings, we should do better, you know? You feel me? Like, it's not a right thing to do. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, it's so true, man. Like, just this little, like 3 grams of weed ruins someone's life forever. That's
Bro, I have been arrested back in the day for like 2 grams, 3 grams. Like, I have been arrested. I've been placed under arrest for a couple of grams. You know what I mean? Like, like back in the day, like, if you had weed on you, like, fuck, it's a crime. It's sad to say, but if you have 2 grams on you and you get caught, buddy, you're spending the night in jail for possession of marijuana. Like, Sorry,
Wow.
not sorry. Like
So
they're
do
taking
you
you to
think
jail.
that's kind of do you think that's kind of how you got into, I guess, like the you call it the institution or whatever,
Honestly,
like
I'm not gonna blame nobody. The only person I can blame is myself, right? Because there's a lot of kids who grew up to be good. Like they went to school, they did their thing. You know what I mean? Like it's not something.
mm,
It's just like I just growing up. I just the friends I was around and shit. I just led towards that, like led towards that path. But that doesn't mean that's gonna be my future. You know what I mean? Like is I'm always every year I'm trying to put a stop to it. You know what I mean? Every year I'm trying to do better. Like I'm
mm,
not that guy. I'm not trying to be a statistic. I'm not trying to be a little like in and out of jail. We call it a jailbird. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather do better, make a change for myself. You know, move on from my life and do better things. You know what I mean?
true. That's dope though. That's dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Because yeah,
You.
I remember you said something like that on your Instagram, right? Like kind of right when you got out, you said this something like this account is not
Yeah.
for the
Honestly, I
parties,
was
just
just
for the
trying to.
music.
I was trying to address everything, right? You know what I mean? Like I just feel like I have an opportunity and I don't want to like just let it go to waste. You know what I mean? Like I'd be a dumbass to let it go to waste. Like, bro, if I can make money off my music, then what's the point of me doing illegal shit? Like I'm making money off my words. I'm rapping and I'm making
Yeah.
money. Like I like doing it. And what's better than that? You know, you liking to do something and making money off it. Like you'd be a real dumbass to not do it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, man.
there's a lot of examples in the city where guys who are popping have messed up, you know what I mean? And free them guys because it's not their fault. Now, it's not their fault because people get into there's certain situations you get put into where fuck you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, you know, and you fall into the wrong company and shit happens. You know what I mean? So free them guys. I hope they make better decisions for themselves when they come home, you know, because as human beings, you get one life, bro. You don't want to spend it in fucking jail. You get me?
Mm.
Like I'm 24 years old right now. How many years I have to go? 40. The way I smoke, I'll probably be dropping out by 65 if I make it to 65. Like, bro, that's 40 years of your life. That's nothing. That's no time, bro. Like, that's gonna pass like this. You know what I mean? Do I really want to spend that in jail, or do I really want to spend that doing things that I like and making my family happy and making my loved ones happy and, you know, making them proud? You know what I mean? So I think about these things the older I get, you know?
True.
You feel me?
True. Yeah, man. That's kind of like the goal of life, right? Do something you like, and you're good
That's
off of that.
goals.
Yeah.
That's goals.
So how'd you first get into making music in general?
Honestly, RIP my Crody Noski, you see him in the back right there. You know what I mean? I started making music when I was like, I think I was 19, and we were just going through one of those stages where we were just young wild kids, you know, and we were just going to the studio and free my guy Shata. Shout out him, you know what I mean? He was the one who took me to the studio, and he's a better rapper than me, and he took me to the studio. We banged out a tune called 7 Days, and we put it on SoundCloud, and it did pretty well. Like for our first song, it was doing pretty good. Like people are listening to it, you know what I mean? And I dropped another song called Op Shop with a video, and I had personal issues and shit. I'm not gonna get into it, so I took it down, and I stopped rapping for like, I'll say like 3 years around there.
Okay.
I stopped rapping for like 3 years. I just thought it wasn't like, I wasn't getting too many views and shit, right? I wasn't doing the numbers I thought I was gonna do, so I just stopped. I put a pause to it, and then Newski came in the picture, and he's like, yo, like, right before he passed away, RIP, he said, oh, like, you should try a thing, like, you're nice, you know what I mean? Like, we're always freestyling with each other and shit. He's like, you should try a thing, like, you're nice with it, you know? And I dropped Free Smoke, it got a little traction, then it just, the rest is history from there, you know?
True.
Yeah.
True. So
But that
so
guy
it's
right
really
there,
Newski
he's
that.
the main reason to why I rap.
Damn.
Yeah, because
Damn.
he
So
really
he
wanted it
recognized.
more than me. He wanted it more than me, and he was always pushing me. Like, honest to God, like, the guy was always pushing me. Like, he was on the run, and he's pulling up to music videos and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
he's coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's there, and it was honestly a good time, you know what I mean? So I just kept going. After he passed away, I just took it to heart, you know, and I'm like, I should just rap, you know, like I should leave all the other shit behind and just focus on rap, you know, because I like doing it.
Yeah, man. That's dope. That's a good story.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
So then all of a sudden you got, after Newski and everything, you got a bunch of buzzing tracks out, and you get locked up.
Like right now, this time, right?
Yeah, like the recent times. What are your thoughts about your career and everything at that point?
I thought I was coming home in like 3 days, 4 days, you know? And I was supposed to make bail, but the court, something happened and the court didn't want to let me out. Like the Crown just changed their mind to, my bail was consent before they found out who I am, and I'm a rapper, Ray.
Oh, okay.
So my bail was consensual, and they just said no, like we're not gonna let this guy out, and they contested my bail. I got denied, so now I had to wait like another like 90 days, some shit like that, and then I took my matter to high court, and I just got bail, you know, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So it was because you were a rapper, or you
honestly,
had like a
I
public
think it's
persona?
because I'm a rapper, and my co-Qs had it pretty easy, so
Interesting.
I'm gonna go with it's probably because I'm a rapper. You know what I mean? Because I don't blame them, bro. Like my songs I don't talk about fairy tales and shit. You know what I mean? Like I talk about a story I've lived. I talk about shit that I've been through, and I'm gonna continue to do that because that's what made me and that's who I am. You know what I mean? So if they want to penalize me for it, they can penalize me for it. But I'm not out here doing the most anymore, so they can't just do whatever they want. They can't just come and take me away for fucking something that I'm not doing. You know what I mean? They can't come take me away for a story I'm telling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm not afraid to say it on camera. Like I'm trying to rap. I'm trying to keep it at rap. I've done a lot in these streets, and I'm just gonna leave it at rap. At this point in my life, I'm gonna leave it at rap. You know what I mean?
I want to talk about, because you posted the video of you getting raided on your Instagram.
I don't want to have that type of image, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to put, like, I want to leave that on there for too long, you know what I mean? Like, that's not something I'm, like, glorifying or I'm happy about, you know what I mean? It's just, the camera happened to be outside and it captured it, so I'm like, fuck, like,
Yeah.
I caught them
Letting
trying to
people
raid
know
me.
what was up, yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. As long as I'm happy, I'm out, you know?
Yeah. I guess what's important now is that you're out. You got an album coming up, or a mixtape.
I have an EP, yeah.
EP coming
I
up.
have an EP.
And that's coming out with 6ixbuzz, right?
Yeah, that's coming. That's a collaboration with 6ixbuzz. Shout out 6ixbuzz, you know. He's always supporting the movement, you know what I mean? Shout out that guy. And shout out everybody behind the scenes, like all the producers. Shout out, you know what I mean? Shout out everybody who puts in work, you know? Yeah.
That's dope, man. Yeah. So what do you want to accomplish, I guess, with the release of that tape or that EP with 6ixbuzz?
What do I want to accomplish?
Yeah, like what do
Honestly,
you want to? Yeah.
I want to go from like here to like here. You know what I mean? I haven't. It's my first tape, bro. I was only releasing music for like, I think I had like a good 6 months before I got locked. You know, like fam, I dropped Guns to Guitars in October. Okay, last year October. I dropped Never Again in December. Before Never Again, I wasn't even getting too much traction. Like after Never Again, when like people started listening to me. So that's December, January, February, March. I get arrested in April. So I really had 5 months of like me making music and me going hard. So my main objective right now is, bro, like I just wanna music. You know, like I just wanna I wanna make up for all the months I missed out on. You know, I missed out on a couple months. I want to make up for it, you know. That's why I came back with a tape. I'm like, let me give these guys something, you know. And the tape's actually amazing. Like, I've worked really hard on the tape, you know what I mean? So, it's good, you know.
That's dope. That's good to hear, man. Are there any like, do you have any like collaborations coming up or anything
Honestly,
you want to reveal?
I have nothing coming up. Like, I just want to, at this point in my career, I just want to be solo. I just want to do my own thing, you know what I mean? Like I don't mind connecting with people, but as of right now, like it's just me because honestly, when I was in jail, I'll keep it real with you, man. Like when I was in jail, I lost a lot, you know, like people didn't even like I felt it, you know, like people don't reach out, like it's like I went from here to here, you know what I mean? Like people don't care, people don't reach out, people don't do shit for you. So I'm like I came home and I'm like, yo, bro, I'm gonna be on a different type of time. Like I don't need to reach out to nobody. I don't need to do nothing with nobody. I'd rather just make my own music. I do my own numbers, I have my own wave, you know what I mean? I don't need nobody's wave, you know what I mean?
True.
And that's the type of energy I'm on because that's how I was dealt with. You know what I mean, bro? I just came. I've been on Instagram for like 4 or 5 days, bro. My platform was gone. I was gone. Like I was done for. Like you know what I mean? Like I just came back literally right now. Like I've been back 5 days. You know what I mean? And that's that. You know. So I'm gonna keep that energy that people kept with me. You know. I'm just kind of a little bit pissed off. You know.
True.
You feel me?
Yeah. So it was kind of that experience of being in jail. Nobody kind of like it slowed down.
Honestly, I'll be real with you, bro. Like all this chronim. Like, bro, at the end of the day, fam, like it's your family. Like you have those 1, 2 close friends. Like shout out my guys that kept it real with me. But like the older I get, the more it's becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. You know what I mean? Like I don't care for all that shit. I'd rather be with my family at home doing family shit. You know what I mean? Like eating food with them or some shit like that. I'd rather be doing that shit than be up. Like I'm older now, you know what I mean? I'm grown up. I don't have to play the block, bro. Like I've been played the block for years and years. Like I don't have to be on the block playing the block with my cronies. I don't have to be out there doing the most, you know? Like I just want to make my music, be with my family, be with my loved ones, you know what I mean? And just, you know, just stay in my lane. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And drink my apple juice.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Healthy shit. I guess last thing is what was the COVID stuff like in jail? Like was there any
Honestly, I'm a rapper, so the minute I land on range, bro, you're a rapper, so it's like kill or be killed, bro. Like you land on range, people are gonna test you. So I'm on my P's and Q's, you know what I mean? Like I'm like beer code blues. Like my Koi knows. My Koi was like right, like we're not allowed to be together, right? We can't be living on the same range because we're co-accused, but core blues, you know what I mean? Like fights, shit's happening, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to get into too much details, but shit happens, you know what I mean? Like I'm not the type of guy who's gonna let nobody step over me, disrespect me, you know what I mean? So little things, you know, like I need the phone at this time. If I don't have it, then boom, it's a problem. Or somebody is trying to fucking move a certain type of way and you don't like it, it's jail, bro. Like you gotta issue a lot of things or people will step all over you, you know what I mean? Because once you let somebody step over you, then that means everybody's stepping over you. You know what I mean? I've seen guys, bro, they don't eat, bro. People take their meals, no cap. Like I know guys that didn't eat, bro. Like 1 meal, bro. 1 meal.
Wow.
No cap. You know what I mean? People are eating 1 meal. You know, so it's kind of like, it's fucked up. Like, it's really fucked up because, fuck, not everybody's a guy, you feel me? Not everybody can fucking like page somebody if somebody's trying to take their shit, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's that.
Well, Roadrunner, man, I appreciate you coming on. I'm glad you're home. I hope the drop is a success and everything. When's it coming out, by the way?
So we're just waiting on like dates and shit like that. And as soon as we have those dates, I'm gonna make it official on the gram and shit like that. You guys all go follow my gram, official Roadrunner 1. Shout out all the guys, you know what I mean? Like shout out all the producers. Shout out like everybody on the project. Just if you're on the project, like shout out to you. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's that. You know what I mean? And free the guys, RP Noski, RP CC, and that's that. You know what I mean? We're gonna take over, no cap.